When I was a child, I never wanted to go where it's hot. I felt uncomfortable, I got cramps in my stomach. I think I was driven toward the Arctic by negative selection. My name is Peter Schweitzer, and I have the honor of currently serving as a professor of social and cultural anthropology at the University of Vienna. My first contact with the Arctic was via the Soviet Union. I had the opportunity to learn the Russian language when I was in high school, and then when I was studying ethnology, as social and cultural anthropology was called in the 1980s. When I studied that here at the University of Vienna, I got curious about these areas and countries and peoples east of the Ural Mountains, so the peoples of Siberia. The biggest project that our team is currently running is an ERC advanced grant with the title Infra North. Its topic is Arctic transport infrastructures. Transport infrastructures have an enormous impact about the quality of life, positively and negatively, on people everywhere in the world, but we specifically look at remote regions in the Arctic. We often tend to say the Arctic, as it would be one homogeneous part of the world. But it's very important to also communicate to those living outside of the Arctic how life worlds, even if there are similar climatic conditions and partially ecological conditions, how different the life worlds can be. Field research is an exchange to communicate what people in different life situations think and do and how they perceive the world. And that really enriches the record of human diversity. In each of these communities there's a specific set of conditions and factors that determine the relationship between transport infrastructures and community well-being. We here in Austria and elsewhere in Central Europe, for us the Arctic is this prime example of the negative impacts of climate change. And that's a correct assumption, because climate change in the Arctic is happening even faster than here. At the same time, we often have stereotypical imaginations about the Arctic and what the Arctic residents, the people living there, really want or what their main concerns are. Climate change is not necessarily their biggest concern. There is a lot of social and economic and political problems that the residents of the Arctic are dealing with. Some of them have to do with colonialism, some of them have to do with very difficult economic situations. We believe that every good research project needs to have also some social benefit. And in our case, that's first and foremost for the communities that we are working with. We want to give back to them, be it information, be it also policy recommendations. There's different ways in which we play back our results in different non-academic formats. At the same time, we also want to make sure that our Arctic research is relevant here in Austria, and this can be first and foremost done by generalizing certain results to remote rural areas that are facing similar structural problems as Arctic areas. My main advice to young researchers is to find out what you're really interested in, what you're good at. And that takes some time, and once you have found this direction, and that could be a lengthy process. It was a lengthy process for me. It was only my third study when I found social and cultural anthropology. But then I think if you believe that's what interests you really for the next decades to come, and you're good at it, then stick with it.